Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a great week. The weather has just been beautiful. I look forward to reading your 5 annotated bibliographies that you're getting ready and you're going to be finalizing and posting by Sunday. I see some of them are up, which is great. I want you to keep in mind that your work with the annotated bib is not complete. You will need to do a total of 10 annotated bibliographies that will be part of your final research study. So keep gathering. Um, Also continue to look up your sources to determine if they are peer-reviewed journals. I know I looked up a couple for some students this week, but I'd really like you to do that. If you use the Art Education Journal this round, push past that and find more empirical studies. You can tell it's a study if there's an abstract, if there is a discussion of the methodology, how the study was set up, and also they usually include the findings of the study. Feel free to keep all of the annotated bibs that you have, even if you know it's not a peer-reviewed scholarly work, just as long as you have 10 that are. The others will help to inform your work as well and your topic. So now that you've started reading other studies and articles about your topic, this week we're going to focus on research methodologies and approaches. I have posted in D2L various methodology modules for you to investigate so that you can begin to determine what method you're going to use to set up your study. And that's the main goal for this week, to decide which method's going to best fit with your research questions. For example, these will be things like case study or action research, narrative research, maybe arts-based research, historical research, ethnography. There will be 3 tasks this week. One, you're going to be listening to Dr. Spears talk about her own research process through a video. Secondly, you're going to be looking at all the different modules and determining then which one best fits. You want to look at least 4. And then the last task is to post which one you've selected and how you're considering setting up your research study. You're not required to post to your peers this week because I know I really want you to still be gathering annotated bibliography and gathering data and making decisions about this research study you'd be conducting. But it would be great to look and see what others have posted and how they're setting up their studies. It would help inform you. So with the task of determining your research methodology or approach, you want to keep in mind that your questions will most likely shift now and maybe align a bit to your methodology that you've selected. Obviously, your question is going to inform your methodology as well, so it's going to be back and forth. The other thing you want to think about is you'll have an opportunity to do a mini test pilot of your study for your final. So you want to make sure that the way you set up your studies is doable at a smaller level. You might end up conducting the study bigger or in the future, or maybe in your grad seminar course, but we do want to do a little pilot run. So if you end up surveying teachers or interviewing administrators, you want to be thinking about that, what will be doable for you. And I also wanted to mention that as you're thinking about your research methodology and approach, that is different than the data collection methods that you might be using for your research. So data collection methods would be observation, interview, survey, student artwork. We tried observation at the beginning. So an example would be maybe you're going to set up a case study, and that's going to be your research methodology or your approach. And you're going to, in that case study, be looking at how a school is implementing choice-based approach. But the data collection methods that you're going to use are observation, interview, and student artwork. And it's great if you use more than one data collection for qualitative research, and it's called triangulation of data, which means that you are using multiple forms: observation, interview, and student artwork in this example. This will help the validity of your qualitative study. For example, in my dissertation, I conducted a case study where I went out and I observed one high school, and I collected data through observation in the classroom, teacher interviews, as well as student artwork. So that was a triangulation of data collection, but the methodology was an individual case study. Another example of a study would be, perhaps you're going to conduct a research study using phenomenology approach coming from Creswell's reading for this week, where you interview various museum administrators to better understand the essence of leadership approaches in arts administration. That would be a phenomenology approach, and you could look to Creswell if you're interested in this. The other thing that might be helpful for you is to go back into that final research study that I posted, the sample one, and look at how that student set up their methodology in their study. So go in. I hope you enjoy this week, because there are a lot of modules that you can go through to look at these research approaches and methodologies. Let me know if you have any questions as we move into the week, and I look forward to seeing you next week.